Hi, Bonnie here. Allow me to take you through loan confirmations in MiFedha, please. Basically, MiFedha allows groups to create accounts with it, and they can use its framework to give loans to their members. So different groups can use it. The loan money doesn't come from MiFedha company. It actually comes from the group itself. So members can pool funds or they access capital from other sources and they give loans to their members. So currently in the country and even in the world, there is lack of that digital record of these transactions, be they loans, be they member subscriptions, be they group dividends to their members. So we do not have those digital frameworks per se. And besides that, MiFedha offers a unique value when a group uses its framework. So just besides the group, besides this product that I want to explain, that is group loans, that is group member loans, group member dividends, member group subscriptions, and all those other transactions common amongst group members. There are other huge benefits of a group using MiFedha products. So there are other videos explaining that. It's not just this. Like MiFedha offers groups passive income when it uses its framework. Okay, passive member subscriptions, so that a member doesn't need to go back to their pockets to look for subscriptions. Like MiFedha enables its users to generate passive member subscriptions. It allows a group to generate passive income. Like literally, yes. We don't give loans to our groups. We allow them to generate income passively in their day-to-day financial transactions. Okay, not even amongst themselves. Even when other people use MiFedha, we allow those users to passively generate income for another particular group. Okay, so that is the power of MiFedha, poverty eradication and what have you. But for now, lest I deviate, allow me to just zoom into how MiFedha has mechanisms to ensure that a group admin does not dispense funds without the approval of at least 3 other signatories. So basically, it starts with the member requesting a loan from the particular group, and then signatory 3 will approve or confirm, and then signatory 2 will approve or confirm, and finally the admin will grant that particular loan. So let's go through making a request. We see under requests there are different requests, because MiFedha is not just for groups. Actually, the group product request is just at the middle there, you can see it. So it also covers businesses and the credit sale on your right side of the screen, as you can see. It also covers loans between individuals and individuals, that is your friends. You can use it for that purpose, or be it private money lenders who do not, or maybe who wish to use this MiFedha product. So it's a huge program, but for now we are just dealing with groups. So a member will click on requests, and you can also view those that you've requested. So let's say this, let's see this. All right, so membership, this is actually the group admin. So let's describe something here, and we say for or to pay So that means I want to take this loan to pay my child school fees. For paying school fees. Okay. It's optional to involve an advocate, but very recommended uh, in case the loan contract might later escalate to a small claims court, or some legal arbitration and what have you, for both parties. You may never know. So, but again, it's optional. Okay. All right, so we continue. Maybe the particular group has its policies and terms and conditions on their in-group lending, and maybe they've agreed. If you default to repay within the agreed time frame, our default, let's say maybe I want to take a loan of 20,000, or yeah, let's say 20 or 15,000, and maybe the group policy says you pay 10% of that if you default, so that would be 1,500. Again, this totally depends on the particular group, because these conditions vary from one group to another. So it's very flexible. Like it's not a MiFedha's policy. Now this is a group's policy. So group A has policies on the default penalty and interest rates different from group C. So any group can use this framework. Okay. And let's say maybe they've said if you take a loan with us, you'll be repaying after 21 days, and then they install. And when a member is entering these conditions, it's as per the group's agreement, because when the signatories come to confirm, they'll read these conditions. So if you did not request the loan as per the group's terms and conditions, of course the signatories will not approve you, because they'll read through those. You'll see what we are entering here will feature in a certain component when the signatories come to approve this particular loan. So a member needs to be very careful, because if he or she is not careful, then the signatories will not approve your loan. That is the signatories of the group, not the signatories of MiFedha company. No, these are the signatories of your group, because in your group you've agreed so and so is a signatory, so and so is a signatory. And when we were creating a group account, there is another video for that. The creator of the group entered these signatories' details, so they were captured. So if you are not a signatory, you cannot even confirm these loans or approve these loan requests. Okay, so it's only the signatories who can do it. So the member requesting this particular loan from their group, they need to be very careful that they enter these particulars as per the group's terms and conditions, their group terms and conditions. Okay. So let's say we've agreed that I'll be repaying after 21 days. I've entered that, and the repayment amount maybe is 4,000. You'll see these particulars will be displayed under approvals by the signatories, and we've said it is 15,000. Maybe group C has its own particulars, so this one is very flexible. The interest rate, let's say it's 13 per year percent. Again, this is compounded interest. It's not simple interest, it's compounded interest. Number of days, maybe the whole repayment period will be in days. Okay, yeah, it's in days. Compound interest is per annum, but the repayment period is in days. The system will convert all those, don't worry. So repayment period in days, let's say it's after 200 days. Okay, it's as you agreed in your group. So, and user 4. This is dummy data. So even if you do this, and I might change the password later, don't worry. So let us request loan request successful. So this record will be kept if in case it is needed later, and it's to ensure formality, because if a group goes rogue and wants to taint your name, they can give you loans and then they blacklist you. But if it's yourself who requested this particular loan, because if it didn't start this way, an admin can collude with the signatories, they give you a loan and you don't even become aware that you are given a particular loan, and then they blacklist you. MiFedha has very strong recovery mechanisms. If you get blacklisted for defaulting a loan repayment, the system locks your money. Like, you cannot even transact using MiFedha. If another person sends you money from other quarters, now not group loans, just regular money, that money is locked. You cannot access that money until you repay this particular group loan. You cannot buy on credit, even by purchasing goods or even services. It's so powerful, so powerful. So that's why we start with requesting, so that you are aware that you are entering a loan contract with a particular entity, be it a friend, be it a business, be it a group, you are aware. So MiFedha loan contracts, all of them, they start with that. That's why you see here under make loan request, that's where we are starting. Be it a pal, that is a friend, be it a private money lender whom you want a loan from, be it a business, a retail, a supermarket, a wholesaler that offer higher purchase services, be it an employment, you see. Because if you are employing a person, that means you are accessing a service on credit. So MiFedha is flexible. All those case scenarios apply. But we are saying, that's why we are starting with requesting, so that the loan is aware of this contract. So, okay, before we deviate too far. So now we've made a loan request. Now we want to demonstrate how this is granted. So we go back to the main screen, and under the main screen there is Chama products, and up there is give member advance. Okay, and so we want to see these loan requests, right? So we have there, you remember this user 4 has, actually it's the first loan that is presented, and these were the particulars. Hi, it's user 4, kindly loan me 15,000. You remember that was the amount that we've just requested. I commit to repay at a compound interest of 13% per year. Yeah, we captured that interest rate within 200 days. Yes, that was the repayment period. Each installment is 4,000. You remember that? After how long? 21 days. Okay, you can reach me through that number for more details, right? Now it is not yet confirmed. You can see confirmation 1 is no, confirmation 2 is no. So when these two confirm, when they confirm, then it will shift from confirmation 1 no to yes, confirmation 2 to yes. Okay, there are other loan requests here. You can see them. There are so many. Okay, there are so many. So they are not yet confirmed. But I think there is one that is reading confirmation 1 yes. So now actually user 4, the logged in user 4 is the main account. So user 4, as much as he's a group member, he has requested a loan from that particular group, but he also, okay, for this particular group, not all groups, because as you said, this will be loading all loan requests from your particular group, so they can be so many. And you can also belong to different groups, okay? So you can grant loans to all those groups, right? Because here you can see it's presenting you with a particular group, so it can load several groups here. Like, let's sign in as user 3. You see what I'm saying, or you understand? Because I think user 3 has several groups. User 3 password. So let's go to granting so that it may be clear. So give member advance. You see, this user 3 belongs to two groups. You remember user 4 belonged to only one group. When we moved from give member advance, it only populated with one touch. But now for user 3, he belongs to two groups, so it has populated with, and you can click any of those groups and you will proceed to grant. So it was user, so let's go back to user 4 so that I may proceed to explain that particular point. Alright, so we are signing in Chama product. We want to grant it. Yeah, you remember it was one touch. So this was the particular loan, and I was saying user 4 actually happens, it's just a coincidence anyway, that is not how it is structured. User 4 actually happens to be the main group admin, so user 4 is the one to accept or decline this particular loan after signatory 2 and signatory 3 have confirmed that these details are as per the group agreement, the group agreement with member user 4. Okay, but even if I were to click accept, until signatory 2 and 3 have confirmed, it won't go through. You see, that is what it is telling me. So signatory 2 has to confirm first. So signatory 2 is Bonnie, actually. It's myself. So let me sign in as Bonnie and then I confirm. By the way, let me sign in. Yeah, Bonnie. Let me sign in as Bonnie and see how this goes through. BMK 1989. Alright. So Chama products, we give member advance and it's one touch. There you are. So I'm signatory 2. So if I click signatory 2 confirm, it should go through, and confirmation 1 will change from no to yes. But let's try to confirm as signatory 3 and see if it goes through. I'm not signatory 3. Signatory 3 is a different fella, but I want to demonstrate this. You are not signatory 3, right? What if I try to confirm and I'm not signatory 2? If I log in as signatory, if I log in as signatory 3 and I try to confirm signatory 3 and signatory 2 has not confirmed, I also want to demonstrate that, and we see how it will go. User 3. So user 3 is signatory 3. So I want to demonstrate signatory 3 trying to confirm before signatory 2. All these are case scenarios, so I want to demonstrate them all. Alright, so it's one touch. but I tried to confirm as signatory 3 before signatory 2 has confirmed. So what will it tell me? The second signatory has not confirmed. So we start with signatory 2, then signatory 3, then signatory 1 now approves the loan or grants the loan. So let me now sign in as signatory 2, who happens to be I, Boniface. I'm signatory 2 to this particular group. So let's see. One touch and then so I want to confirm. Signature 2 has confirmed successfully. If I load this confirmation, one will shift from no to yes. And there you are. Okay. So now this particular loan is confirmed by signatory 2. Now he's not signatory 3, so even if I'm not signatory 3, okay, and neither can I accept, because signatory 2 has not yet confirmed. All right. Okay. So let me log in as signatory 3 now, and I confirm signatory 3. So I want to confirm as signatory 3. What did I write there? User 3 password. User 3 password. Okay. So I want to confirm as give member admin. It's one touch. So yes, this one now. So let's confirm as signatory 3. Now it is confirmed, right? Yes. So again, I'm not the main group admin, so I cannot accept. You're not the group main admin. So until I'm logged in, of course, each of these users have their phones, so they do not need to log out, log in as I'm doing. So until I'm logged in as the main group admin, I cannot accept it or decline it, right? So let me sign in as the main group admin. This is dummy data, and each group has its own particulars as well as their members. So I want to confirm this one, or I mean to grant this particular loan request from user form. This is just a coincidence as I'm telling you. You can see this other one is from user, it's from Bonnie. Okay, so let me accept this. Yes, now you see it goes through. There before it was telling me signatory 2 has not confirmed, signatory 3 has not confirmed. So let me give this password and then we proceed. It's so simple as you've seen. So this is to curb groups going rogue and dispensing funds without proper mechanism, right? So it's successful. It was 15,000. The transaction fee is 2% of the amount you are transacting, so 15,000, that is 300. Okay, 2% of 15,000, that is the transaction fee. It's successful. Let's see if I can see this particular loan somewhere. Member status. Let me see. My group loans. So now we've just received a loan from One Touch. That was the group loan, and that is the loan ID. The loan balance is 15,000 plus the transaction fee, that is 300. You sum that up. So loan balance with penalties is 15,300. 300, if you remember, is 2% of 15,000. So that is so no penalties have kicked in so far. The penalties may include default penalties. Again, here interest has not yet kicked in, because you remember the interest was after 21 days, so they have not yet expired. And not even that, it was actually per annum, but broken down to the particular days, because the repayment period is per day. So by tomorrow, a time like now, interest will start to kick in, and now it will shift from 15,300 to something higher. So if the member repays right away, there are no fears of repaying more than you were given, right? So yes, you were given 300 because the group paid for you that transaction fee. So that is why the transaction fee, the 300, is lumped with the actual amount that came to your account. So the actual amount that came to user 4's account, I'm sorry, we didn't look at the user balance here. Otherwise, you would have seen that increment. Yeah, you would have seen that increment, the account balance, you would have seen it. Unfortunately, we didn't remember to do that. But basically, that is what happens, and that is the flow. And group status, this is, let me see, just a minute. Let me see if we can go through that. Let me see. So the group is 67, 56, 80, 532. So yeah, this is good. This, we want to see if we can see that particular loan. 67, 56, 80, 532, and this is user 4, password. So let's view. Group loanees. Yeah, you see, we've just given this person, user 4, a loan of 15,000, and actually she's called BT Msomudhi. That is the Gmail, right? And the loan balance as at now is still 15,300. So as days progress, now this should change. You can view what they have repaid there. They've not made any repayments, so there's nothing to see there. But if she repays, you'll start seeing this. You can also waive of this amount. Let's say, for example, I want to waive like 3,000, and we see if it will change. Received money from you from other quarters, and we click waive. let's see if it will move from 15,000 to now 12. Yeah, you see, and you can see the repayments, that waiver. There you are. The type of transaction is waived, and the description is received money from you from other quarters. Right? It was received from B Team Somudhi. That was, and the amount is 3,000, and that is the transaction ID, right? And it was at this particular day. Let me try to repay this loan. I, as the loaned person under Chama Products, let's try and repay this loan. So member status, this is the loan. I want to repay, let's say, 4,000. I receive this June repayment. You can write anything there. So money will move from user 4's account to the group account, right? It's partially repaid. It's not yet fully repaid. And there is no blacklisting, so there is no clearance fee. The clearance fee is 0. But the transaction fee, we said the company earns from transaction fees when money changes hands and in case you are blacklisted. So since this loan is not yet blacklisted and cannot be blacklisted until the 200 days are over. You remember that was the repayment period. So until the 200 days are over, only then can the group proceed. Actually, let's try to blacklist this fella. Let's try to blacklist this user 467, this member 67 56 80 532. This user 4. You see what it will say. If we try to blacklist this person before it's over, now you see the loan was 15,300, 3,000 was waived and 4,000 was waived, so it remains 8,300. Yes, those are the mathematics. The repayment, let's view the repayment. So the first repayment was the waiver, which was, you see, type of transaction waived, and it was 3,000 if you remember. Then the second is this repayment, which is 4,000, and the type of transaction is a repayment. So the first one was a waiver, so it is waived. The second was a repayment, so it is Chama loan repayment. You can see that. Okay, let's try to blacklist him and see what will happen. Blacklist or penalize. Click to blacklist. So it is loading. Time to blacklist is not in. So you cannot blacklist. But when time elapses, you can easily blacklist this member, and they can not now access loans from any other group or buy goods or services, be it goods or services, or even engage a worker via MiFedha, because again, as we said, that is a credit sale. When you get employed, this is why MiFedha is just powerful. Companies are held to account, employers are held to account, because MiFedha offers all those case scenarios, and this is why it's so powerful. So thank you so much. Before I deviate too far, That's how MiFedha's mechanism ensures that at least a group has signatories who should confirm loans. And this is the same case even when you're sending another part, a group is sending its members money. Again, you need to confirm that these signatories still need to confirm. I want to show you. View members' remittances. So this is when a group sends its members money. So you can view here, these are the groups, it's one touch, click to proceed, Chama remittance. So again you see that the group main admin has sent Boni some money. Signatory 1 has confirmed, signatory 2 has confirmed. Of course this signatory 3, signatory 1 and signatory 2, right? They have confirmed. Okay, so even if I click there, unauthorized, you are not signatory 2. We click there, unauthorized, you are not signatory 2. Okay, so I'm not. You remember, as I've told you, signatory 2 is Boni and user 3, but I'm logged in as user 4, right? So, but I wanted to demonstrate. So even dividend shares, they also need confirmation from the two signatories besides the main group admin. The main group admin's work is just to dispense the funds, but they cannot be, they cannot move, those funds cannot move from the group to the member so that members can withdraw that money via MiFedha agents. It needs the group's confirmations, right? So like this one, it is not yet confirmed. So money has not yet moved from the group to the member's account so that the member can withdraw this money. Until it is confirmed, it will never happen. So those are the mechanisms that are in place for MiFedha. Thank you so much. And actually, this is the same case with the loans, even loans. You can, not loans, withdrawals, because a group can withdraw money. Here you can see signatory works. So we have signatory 3 confirming, signatory 2 confirming. Then the group main admin now execute the withdrawals. So until signatory 2 and signatory 3 have confirmed, the group cannot, the group main admin cannot withdraw money from a group. Thank you so much. Thank you.